Hello, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for my hair. Oh, my face is kind of weird because it's late in the afternoon. I just got off work, so I think that I don't have time this weekend to do any video. Therefore, I want to do one today. And I saw this particular video from Asian Entertainment and Culture about understanding Koreans media's hate towards BTS and how ARMY disempowered media forever. Now, I'm very interested to understand her take on why Korean media hate BTS so much. Actually, it feels like half of the Korean citizens, it feels like half of Koreans, well, the entire Korean population, half of them hate BTS. I don't know why, but without further ado, let's go check it out.
Today is a historic day, and I really believe the time
Wait a second. How long ago was this?
will come when people are going to go back.
2 weeks ago. Okay, I'm always late. So anyway, 2 weeks ago. Let's continue. Stop back again.
Today is a historic day, and I really believe the time will come when people are going to go back to this day and study what happened. Today was supposed to be the day when Korean media is able to take down Suga and by extension BTS. Suga appeared to the police station to answer questions about...
So that was 2 weeks ago. I lost track of time. I knew that, I think the newest news is that I think the court issued something, like paper trial or something. So he doesn't have to go to court. He just need to pay a fine. That's pretty much it, but let's continue.
Him in relation to him driving an electric scooter while drunk. He actually paused, bowed to the media, and apologized before going in for questioning. And the blackmailers, the liars, and the paid puppets actually started writing articles and uploading those articles and publishing photos in different publications. But something unbelievable happened. An 8-year-old song of Suga actually hit #1 in US iTunes.
Yes.
Several of his songs entered top 50 of US iTunes. Another song actually reached #1 in about 50 different countries, and for several hours, Suga became the most consumed artist in the world. But more importantly, BTS ARMYs were actually able to control two of the biggest platforms in the world in relation to this incident, Twitter and Naver. They were also able to not just control but beat not just one publication but the entire Korean media that were actually trying to spread lies.
Together we're powerful. I will have to admit that I'm not as active on social media, but I'm so happy to hear all those things happening. I'm grateful for all of you out there who's doing all that. Thank you very much.
And misinformation. If you go to Naver, you won't be able to find the articles written about this unless you actually actively search for it. And that is a credit to Korean armies, and some international armies helped as well. And if you go to Twitter, you won't find the photos and the videos being spread. And many accounts that were trying to spread it were actually getting taken down, or many of them were being forced to go on private. And this is the first time a fandom actually managed to do that. This actually confirms what we all know to be true a long time ago, that BTS is in a very unique position because not only are they the only Korean act that became this big globally, they did so without owing anything to the Korean media, and they still don't owe anything to Korean media to this day. Truth be told, they don't.
Korean as a whole owe BTS a lot, okay?
Don't owe any media in any part of the world anything, because the attention that they're getting is really a result of their success, not the cause of it. And I think that's really what's getting to Korean media, because for years the media served the purpose. They were the go-between the public and the products or the services or the artists. But BTS essentially render them useless by going directly to fans.
Are useless.
And that is the short version of the video. You can stay on if you want to understand how BTS and ARMYs actually made this happen.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I am not a full-time content creator. I'm only doing some BTS videos here and there. I do some eating food and travel thing that I actually move some of my videos from this particular channel to a new channel I created just to capture my food and my travel. And I'll put a link down here if you're interested. But this channel that you're watching right now is BTS and BTS only. BTS and Hype, mainly BTS. I don't do other K-pop groups. I do see some comments that ask me to react to other K-pop group, but I'm sorry, this is a BTS K-pop group. And then I've mentioned many times before that my time is limited, so I'm devoting my time to BTS and BTS only. So I apologize ahead of time if you ask me to react to other K-pop group, and I am not doing that. Sorry about that. Maybe when I retire, when I have a lot of time, I will do it, but not now, okay? Sorry.
Many don't know that BTS's debut was actually luck. But when I say luck, I mean opportunity meets their hard work. Big Hit was a struggling agency when they were starting. They were actually on the verge of bankruptcy, and they only had one group, a girl group. But they had to disband after one of the members was indicted for blackmailing a pretty popular Korean actor.
Oh, really?
They were called last minute to fill in a slot for a show. The members was indicted for Big Hit was a struggling agency when they were starting. They were actually on the verge of bankruptcy, and they only had one group, a girl group. But they had to disband after one of the members was indicted for blackmailing a pretty popular Korean actor. They were called last minute to fill in a slot for a show when someone actually canceled. They were actually there as a filler. In other words, they managed to actually get a spot on a show simply because the station and the TV show didn't have a choice. The North American recognition actually came first. 2014 KCON in LA was a turning point for BTS's career. When Bang Si-hyuk saw how the North American audience was reacting to BTS's performance, they actually had the worst slot, the first one. He knew there was something there, and he had to capitalize on that indicator. In the Harvard Business Review paper written about the success of BTS, Bang Si-hyuk actually said that the screams of the fans was different with BTS. It wasn't just polite claps or courteousness. It was an actual response to the performance of BTS.
Love at first
that
sight.
was when he asked BTS if they wanted to give North America a try. That North American appeal was further confirmed when BTS entered Billboard 200 for the first time in December 2015 with The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2.
Oh, look at them,
they got
so
their
cute.
first Billboard performance invitation then. And this was when they practically
this again. Screw you all.
had no marketing budget. So their album performing well in the US was a real sign that they had a potential in North America, and fans were actually responding to it. However, instead of being recognized back home, the media and fans of other groups actually accused BTS and Big Hit of illegally buying their own albums just to rank higher than other groups, because that year,
you know what? People need to understand that the world is big outside, not just Korea. You know, I'm glad that your idol group did well in Korea, but there were bigger markets outside, right?
something quote unquote miraculous happened. BTS actually outsold who was then the most popular boy band, Big Bang. By May of next year, 2016, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever, entered Billboard 200 at 107. By October, Wings entered at number 26. It was absolutely monumental. They toured Asia, selling more than 200,000 tickets. They were already making waves internationally.
Yes.
But their first grand
it
prize
dark?
award in South Korea happened only after that. They got their first Desang November of 2016.
Yes.
But BTS was already advancing in the North American market before even being respected by the Korean media.
I don't think they are respected by the Korean media at all, even to this day. So they got the Daesan not because of the Korean media respected them. I think it's just because the number told the story, right?
In fact, they were already scheduled to do an American leg of their Wings tour by the time they got their first Desang. They sold out all the venues and were interviewed by People, iHeartRadio, NJBTV, and of course, the Billboard. This is during their Wings tour. Nobody could explain the success even then. No one could understand how BTS has become so successful
I think a lot of
in
people
North
still don't
America
understand to this
with
day.
barely any promotion. Direct to consumer, aka direct to fans. Unlike other groups, BTS had to make up for the lack of traditional marketing budget by directly communicating with fans. With no social media manager, BTS members were the ones directly uploading their content on their official Twitter account. And they were also directly talking to fans through live stream. Later on, Big Hit developed their own platform, Weverse. As BTS later on explained, they weren't really trying out a marketing strategy. They were simply trying different ways on
to reach
how to
us.
promote themselves and, more importantly, communicate with fans. What they didn't know was they were actually revolutionizing the way artists were communicating with their fans. And they were also creating a new marketing model for artists. Skipping TV appearances.
We don't need
BTS
TV.
did try to appear
No.
on certain variety shows, but after less than stellar experiences, BTS decided to create their own show. Run BTS and
is
BTS
so much
Gayo.
more fun.
The two shows eventually merged.
Sorry, what's that?
Run BTS and BTS Gayo.
Oh,
The
BTS
two shows
Gayo.
eventually merged.
Why is BTS Gayo? How come I never heard of that? Is it still available?
They have since created other specials such as BTS in the Soup and Bon Voyage.
Yes.
All this are released directly to consumers or directly to the fans. They also pioneered short form content called Bangtan Bomb series in their own YouTube channel, Bangtan TV. There is no specific format. Usually, they will just take behind the scenes when they're shooting music videos, when they are
that's the time.
rehearsing.
Never mind.
Sometimes it's just the members doing mundane daily things or the members delivering a short message to their fans just to say hello. The only thing that mattered was they were regularly and directly
Is Bantan Bomb the same as Bantan TV? It is, right? Am I too dark? Let me see if I can turn on the light. Would that be better? Is it better? I don't know. Who cares?
communicating with their fans. In 2017, they also released Burn the Stage, a YouTube exclusive
Yes.
series documenting their tour and other activities. They have since released several documentaries, all of which are released in global streaming platforms like Disney Plus, YouTube, or Amazon Videos. And
Yes.
as we know, they've also released their documentaries on theaters.
So, yes.
Controlled environment with Korean media. Now, BTS didn't totally ignore Korean media, but they were always in an environment BTS and Big Hit fully controlled, primarily through their global conferences. With such a formal setting, questions are really geared towards understanding the creative process, the creative direction, the meaning behind the music, and they don't really deal with personal things or nonsensical questions. In
Yeah.
other
Do you
words,
have a
with these
girlfriend,
global
right?
conferences, BTS managed to elevate their position as artists and command the kind of respect real artists deserve. Also, Big Hit's own platform, wrote articles about BTS and
Yeah, the
released
Weverse
different
magazine,
interviews.
right?
BTS appeared in North American and European shows more often, owing perhaps to the more loose format of interviews, but more so because that's really the stage where they are competing, the global one. Live streaming.
Yes.
BTS preferred communicating directly with their fans through
Uh-huh.
live streaming as an entire
My
group,
God, V looks like a baby. Oh my goodness.
units, or solo. They would do so after every major performance or right after a milestone, such as winning an award. They often directly explained the process of creating their albums, the stories of their songs, and
Uh-huh.
answered questions of fans directly. It really eliminated the need to do interviews with the media.
Yeah, we don't need the media. Period.
BTS also became too big to be contained in Korea. I think
Yes.
the more painful part for Korean media and Korean entertainment related companies is how BTS has become so big that their real competitions, quote unquote, are actual global artists
Yes.
from the Beatles to Eminem. Both fans and international media
Yeah, BTS is not competing with the local groups in Korea. No.
write about their US and European chart rankings, achievements, activities, that their ranking in Korean charts don't get the same attention. When they release albums or singles, fans look at global charts and not so much on Korean ones.
Yeah.
The Korean media do not exercise power over those charts, over those international institutions, and definitely not over international fans. There is almost nothing they can say that would grab the
Yes.
attention of international fans or could possibly affect the opinions and
No.
preferences of the international audience. For example, Jimin's Who. It's dominating international charts, and no one really asks about how it's performing.
Okay, Billie Eilish. I honestly I do not know most of the people on the chart. Sabrina Carpenter, I kind of remember seeing her name somewhere.
In the
Yeah.
Korean ones. Just like how international artists like Eminem aren't charting in Korea but are charting in the US and Europe, BTS performances are measured in those same charts, not local ones. Again, that renders any kind of opinion or anything that the Korean media could say that could actually affect international rankings and the way the international audience could perceive BTS. BTS is really a global artist, and I'm sort of surprised that many people still don't get it and they still don't get what comes with it. And what comes with it is really a shield because we're not international fans are not concerned about the same things Koreans are concerned about. So you may
So what do Korean fans, what are they concerned about? I don't know. I think for us, maybe speaking for myself, right? Yeah, it's the music. It's the music, right? It's the music. It's the overall art, the entire package. I don't know what else they're concerned about.
be making something a big deal when to us it's irrelevant, just like this one. And so we're not under the control or influence of
Scandal.
Korean media or Korean culture for that matter. And quite frankly, especially in the West, we just want our artists to continue creating music that
Yes.
we like, that we can relate to, and to continue entertaining us. And for as long as it's there, we're good. At this point, the only thing that can break that bond between international armies and BTS would be BTS themselves. If they do something drastically bad, I think. I don't see that happening. But today, I think, as I've said in the intro, it's going to go down to history because this is the first time when a fandom with no leader, actual leader, actually managed to overpower two of the biggest companies in the world, biggest platforms in the world, Naver on Twitter, on this specific issue. And they managed to really disempower traditional media, not just publications, but actual media. And I hope in the future, other fandoms are going to benefit from this, learn how to do it, and benefit from this. But more important,
But I'm hoping that other fandom will not use this or learn from the army and turn on us and do something stupid. I don't know.
Currently, I hope that armies themselves, ourselves, would actually continue honing this strategy.
Yes. Thank you
Because it's
again.
going to come in handy in the future for sure. I'm just happy that the worst is over. At least my belief is that the worst is over.
I think so.
We can now concentrate in just enjoying the music,
Yes.
the releases, the different creative projects that they are giving us until they come back in 2025. So let's just continue our support, continue leaving messages on Weverse, continue leaving positive things about them on our social media, and continue supporting their music and
Yes.
projects. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you did, how you reacted, how is it going for you now, and how you're holding up. Leave them in the comment section below. Please, if you ended up liking this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and of course, share the video if you can. Follow me on Patreon. I do have a free membership if you just want to try things out. Also, follow me on Twitter or X and on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you. So, I don't know, did I learn why the Korean media hates BTS other than the fact that BTS did not use them? Did not get famous through the regular K-media route? Is that the reason? But why are Koreans hating BTS so much? Because it seems that every little thing, a lot of people would jump on BTS, trying to bring BTS down. Maybe just the other K-pop fandom that people are just so toxic. I don't know, but I'm just glad to hear that armies out there did this. And just today I saw an article on Facebook that Suga owns 50% of the Spotify or is that Spotify or Billboard? I forgot which the exact article, but I was like, yeah, go Suga, we love you, fighting. So that's it for now. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.